Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with Polonia Warszawa. Today we're on the page of Alexander Janowski. I wanted to start showing some of the players from previous parts of the save, so if there's any guys you want to see that were former players of ours, drop those in the comments and I'll be sure to start the episodes on them. I want to start showing some of these guys because I think it's kind of cool. 28 years old now, amazingly. Came through our youth academy 13 years ago. My goodness me. Only made 29 appearances for us, but has forged out a fairly reasonable career in the sort of lower second and third tiers of Polish football, it would seem. 28 years old, still an alright looking player, to be fair. He's on £160 a week. He's obviously part-time basically at this point. So yeah, let's have a little look at his stats, shall we? So obviously for us, he was playing for us mostly in the third tier, then a bit in the second tier. He was with, actually no, tell a lie, he did 2 full seasons with us in the top flight, and in fact 1 year got a 7.22. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists, so he's played in the top flight in Poland before without a problem. Went on loan back down to the second tier for a little bit, and then played for our B team for a few years without really much success before being back out on loan to Legionovia, back down in the third tier, and he seems to have really found himself there, even though he didn't play that well for them during that period. He went to Vigri then for a bit on loan, finally signed for Legionovia on a free transfer, where he has been ever since, helping them for a while anyway in the second tier. He had a really good year at Vigri actually in the third tier, but yeah, mostly been second tier, and then back down to the third tier now with them, getting a lot of appearances for them there. Not the best career really, but hey, it's interesting to see this stuff. Off-camera games, and then we've got FC Copenhagen. Nice and easy. Oh, and by the way, Lechia did win their first Europa League game, and Katowice got a draw against someone really good. I can't remember who it was. Again, first game off camera was a 3-2 victory over Corona. A really, really tight game, this one, that maybe we should have been doing a bit better, though, considering they scored their only 2 shots on target. Pereira scored a goal, Posse scored another goal, and Vicente scored himself another penalty against, drumroll please, Paul Pogba's Corona. Paul Pogba is the manager of Corona. What? And then this happened. It's a cup match. I played a full-strength team, sort of, and we put 11 goals past the team from the third tier. Even for us, that seems like quite a lot. Idshak scored a penalty. Pereira grabbed a brace. Treverio scored a hat-trick. 2 own goals in there as well. Lisik got a goal. Firmino scored a penalty, and Carroll scored a goal. And we still managed to concede 2 goals to this bunch of mugs. A 13-goal thriller, some might say. And then we followed that up with a 0-0 draw away at Katowice. Our first dropped points. We've won 29 matches in a row in the league before that, and then we had to go and drop it off before 30. Frustrating, probably should have won. Had a rotated team out there, as you can see, but Katowice, who are really struggling in the league, did manage to pull up a good result against us. A result which still leaves us top of the league, of course, and Lech Poznan flying in behind us with Legia and Lechia doing well. Arca also having a good year. Wodger starting to drop off a little bit. Katowice really do need to get their arse in gear with only 1 win in their first 10. That being said, a good little run will see them go right back up into the battle for the championship group. As long as they get in there, I think they'll be alright. For Posse, 7 goals so far this year. Top scorer in the division for us, and you can see why Lech are doing so well. They've got 2 incredibly good goal scorers. I think they're going to comfortably come second this year again. I would love it if they actually started getting closer and closer to us, to be honest. This should be straightforward. Should being the optimal word in that. Who are Lech playing, interestingly? They're away at Arsenal. You feel like they'll probably get tanked in that match, but the point is they've already set out a nice target to beat. So yeah, obviously we're not going to play this way. Jose Francisco started for us in the last game because we were just lacking players at the moment. We're going to be doing that. I mean, we could, in all honesty, it's FC Copenhagen. We probably could try this out here. Pereira, Lisik, Treverio for Posse, Orozco and Vicente. I mean, do I really want Vicente there, or would I rather play Idshak? I think I'd rather play Idshak, to be honest. Although, I'd rather have Orozco as the playmaking. Well, actually, no, Orozco's pretty solid. I might actually do that, to be honest. Orozco is the box-to-box, and Idshak is the playmaker. Shabal, Falvela, Freitas, Albarracin, and, of course, Iglesias. Turn off the other squads there so it doesn't get too confusing. As for the bench, I do want Vicente on there, though. So the bench is going to be Vicente, Olivier, Carroll, Waterberg, El Bagaria, Ed Block, and, of course, Mr. Firmino. Actually, I'm taking El Bagaria off the bench. We don't need 2 right-backs on the bench. This might be a really silly idea to play this system away from home in Europe, but I don't know. Part of me feels like we need to try and impose ourselves a bit. In fact, with that in mind, I'm actually going to put Diego Silva on the bench instead, just so that we can switch up if we need to. And maybe I'm just severely underestimating them, but I really do feel like we've got something here. But we'll change things up as and when we need to. For Posse, driving at them. That extra man in the sort of centre of midfield, I really do think could make a difference. Ooh, that's poor from Idshak. But we won't have a screen, and that could cost us. Might get it back to him for Posse. Idshak. The youngster being thrown in at the deep end a little bit here. Pereira. Oh, lovely ball for Shabal. Can he find a ball? Lisik! Great save. On the rebound. Oh my god. Great double saver for Blazer Lisik there. Should have been 1-0. There's so much space out wide. Oh my god. Straight over the top for Pereira. He might be able to go through himself here. He's in. And it's a good save again from Flint. Domination really starting to tell now. Lisik's ball. Pereira's header. Oh, just wide. Come on, guys. We need a goal at least. Lisik cutting inside. Great strike. Flint makes the save. For Posse. I think we've made the right choice of tactic, but it just ain't happening for us at the moment. Lisic, Ichak, Treverio, Fopossi, Pereira, good save. I mean, I'm not really sure how we're not in front in this match, but we're not. Okay, let's keep going. Their goalkeeper's going to end up putting in a blinder, isn't he? We've got to do better than that. I mean, from a creative standpoint, we were good, creating shots, chances, all sorts. We just couldn't find the back of the net. Falvella, Ichak, Fopossi. Oh, this is really nice work here for Fopossi. Good block. Won easily. Flicked on again. Pereira's in behind. Oh, and he goes side netting as well. Fopossi goes short for Ichak this time. Back to Fopossi. Can he whip one across for someone? Surely. Lisic. Ichak. Lisic. Oh, Ichak. Oh, and it's cleared out. Bruzena. Watch out for the ball through the... You dare. Lisic goes past one. Ball into the channel. Pereira's got the pace to get here, you know. He's in. Oh, yes, it's an own goal. No, it's not an own goal. It's in. Oh, that is just so... To be fair, that is incredibly fortunate, but I don't care because we bloody well deserve that. What about this for the pace from Ibrahima Pereira? Lisic just lumps one in behind, and Pereira, he's like a freight train. Somehow he gets to this, takes it round the goalkeeper, basically. It's... It hits the keeper, hits the post, comes back to Ferreira, who's on the ground, and it slides in. 1-0. Very nice. It was unorthodox, I'll give him that. You dare let them have another one now. Very good start. Uh-oh, it hasn't updated our lead in the group to 6 points. We need that. How this game is only 1-0, I do not understand. But it is, and that's kind of the most important factor right now, is the fact that we are... Oh, no. As long as we get the victory, it doesn't matter how it comes, Pereira gets another Champions League goal. Few seconds to go until hopefully we get this victory over the line. Pereira, though, once again, 2-2 in the Champions League. He is just an absolute god at this level, and I don't understand what makes him so good here, but he's doing it. That's the main thing. Flint with the long ball downfield, and that is it. A 1-0 victory away at FC Copenhagen. Not our most showering glow of a game, but we played well. We just got really unlucky in places, but also got lucky with the goal. So there you go. Right, coming back in a minute for the final game at home. We need to make 3 wins out of 3 to really push this. Right, so off camera, couple of quick games. First up, 4-0 victory over Wodge. Nice and easy. They're starting to slide back down the league quite a fair bit now. A goal from Treverio, Fernino, Waterberg, and of course Saavedra getting one off the bench. They had a red card too, which did not help. But then we played out a 0-0 draw with Legia, and you might notice that, well, actually you won't notice because he wasn't actually in the squad, but it did come up in a news article. Przemysław Jamrog now plays for Legia. He went to Corona after we released him, and he suddenly popped up at Legia this season. They bought him for £900,000. He's had a weird old career, old Jamros. Weird though, didn't get on the pitch. They missed the 94th minute penalty, thank God. But today, it's all about Feyenoord. And you might notice further down that Lech Poznan beat Ajax 1-0. Henriquez Pereira scored against them again. Not scored against them again, scored again in the Champions League. Lech have now won 2 matches in their Champions League group, a group that I thought was going to be mental for them, and they've managed to win against Porto and Ajax. They're currently still 3rd in their group, but all teams are tied on 6 points. They're really having a crack at trying to qualify, and fair play. Who the heck is TripAdvisor? It's a website, isn't it, where you buy hotels or something? The Juve's keeper is called Amendoim. That's Portuguese for peanut. Aw, wonder if that's what his wife calls him. A Champions League final, so unlucky, really mugged off. I don't know. I do feel like we were a bit unfortunate, but that's going to happen. I was bound to lose one eventually. I blame the fact that I wasn't wearing a suit, all sorts of reasons. Did you download the analysis views or did you create them on your own? I created them, and there is a link to them in the description to every single video I put out, just to be sure about that. You just drop them in the views folder and voila. Every goal Polonia Warszawa have scored in the Champions League final has been scored or assisted by Donny Waterberg, so that was your problem. I knew there was something. If this save was a Tenacious D song, Polonia would be Wonderboy and PSG would be Young Nasty Man, with powers comparable to those of Wonderboy. It's just one of those things really, isn't it? It just was not our day. Hopefully next year we will be high above the mucky muck. If you want a save idea post-Polonia, download a database where every country is a 200. Do threatening to build your team with the most random mix of nationalities? Yeah, that ain't going to work because the reason I'm doing the Huesca thing after this is because I can do that over a short period of time of like a month. That's the sort of save that would take like the lengths of these sort of saves. And I know that we just don't have enough time for that left in the cycle. That's why I want to do some other stuff in that meantime when this finishes. And now the news you all were waiting for, I can tell on bated breath. Katowice sacked their manager. The bunch of melons. They did it again. They sacked the manager. They're doing all right in the Europa League. They're crap in the league, but are getting better. They've won a couple of matches. But no, they thought, you know what we're going to do? We're going to sack our manager and we're going to steal Lechia's manager because that's exactly what they've gone and done. Lechia currently sitting 3rd in the league, doing better than them in the Europa League, and Katowice went yoink. So now they're managed by Ståle Solbakken, who just seems to have been bouncing around these leagues for a long time. But maybe he now could finally be the man that takes Katowice to the next level. One day. But for now, it's all about Feyenoord. We need to put a big scoreline down over Feyenoord. I feel like a comfortable victory is what we need. Let's go get it. But I really am super pleased for Lech. The way they're performing is exemplary. We're going to go back to this normal style of approach here. We don't want to overdo it here because we were good against FCK, but for some reason just could not find the goals. We got one go, which was the main thing. Pereira, Lisic, Treverio for Posse, Gorosito, not in a million years is Falvella playing as a DM today. No, thank you very much. He's coming back in there. Albarracin, Chabal, Freitas, and Iglesias in goal. My assistant's got some weird ideas about who to put on the bench lately. Idshak, Veras, Orozco, Edelbrook, Waterberg, and of course Carroll and Firmino making up the bench. We just need a good solid victory. I want to see a bit better than what we've shown in terms of our finishing against both Bayern and Copenhagen. Like, we were both excellent both games, but did not get enough goals for my money. Like, we just didn't score enough. Comes back to him. Today is the day to do that. And obviously Pereira will hopefully grab another goal for us because that's just what he does. Oh, it's been an alright start. Lots of possession so far. I feel like we just need an early goal in one of these matches. I know I say that a lot. Lisic's all the way through and a great save by Goossens in goal. Better keep going, score us a goal, please. We've just looked a bit underwhelming on the score lines so far in the Champions League this season. Freitas, and it's cleared away. Gorosito's a long ranger coming up here, and there it is, and it's a great save from Goossens again. Oh my god. It's going to be another one of these matches, isn't it? Just all bluster and no goals. Oh my god. Trevero's really stalled the play out there. Lisic can have a run past people. He's just going through them for fun. Peralta driven right out wide, and it's saved, and it's in the back of the net. Oh my god. Björn Stribosch with the goal. That has to be one of the most outrageous own goals I've seen in a while. Great work from Lisic here. Pereira's peeled right away to the left-hand side for some reason. Drives inside. His shot deflects, I think, off two different players. Oh, that's glorious. All right, we're taking the lead. Good stuff, lad. We're going to need a bit more than that, though, in terms of actual attacking play, though. Can't rely on them to score all of our goals for us, but taking an early lead is a definitely step in the right direction. Let's actually go out there and put down a scoreline on these guys. Gorosito, taking it himself here for Posse. Go on. Lisic. Over the bar. Slow build-up. Second goal before half-time. Kill this off. Gorosito's ball. Lisic! Oh, god damn it, man. Albarracin's ball. Cleared away. Gorosito now. Drills it wide. Albarracin. Knocked down for Posse over the crossbar. Albarracin a bit pointless there, but Lisic's got it. Pereira's peeling away. Can he slip it through if someone goes for Gorosito for Posse? Great save from Goossens again. Oh, effort for Posse again. Well saved by Goossens. Lisic again. Tons of space here for Posse. Chabal now. Lisic, Treverio. Do you ever wonder what more you have to do to get a victory in a match? I mean, we're 1-0 up through the own goal, but look at this. Come on. I think what's most important is the fact that Bayern are currently drawing in their home match against Copenhagen, which would be massive for us because it could push us 5 points clear at the top. Gorosito, Chabal for Posse. Back for Chabal. Whips it across, and there is Treverio. It's 2-0. Thank goodness for that. He's got his 9th goal of the season, by the way. Like, last year, he had a really good end to the year when we started playing him more and more. And he's just continued it into this season. He's got so many goals. For Posse, just drops it back off for Chabal. Puts this is a really good ball. Late arrival from Treverio. Gets in there. 9th goal of the year. I think he'll probably be the first to break into double figures. Sadly, Bayern have finally taken the lead in their game. As to be expected. Diaz, good block. Get to the second one as well. Great block again. Right, go on, set Lisic away. Trevero's going alone here. Lisic's going to cut inside and maybe try and make an extra move. Pereira! Oh, he should have had his goal. Out for Chabal again. Can he grab another assist on the night? Whips it across. Lisic's header. Good save by Goossens. Good news, everyone. Bayern have been equalised against by Amundsen. Perfect stuff for us. If we can get another win and Bayern drop points against FC Copenhagen, that would be superb. Particularly as they're at home. Still a bit baffled by our inability to really score loads of goals in these matches where we've been dominating teams like we were in previous games. But hey, the point is we've got the victories in all of them so far. Lisic, Edelbrook, oh, good block, and a wonderful save from Goossens again. Opposition goalkeepers are putting up some big saves against us. That's 15 saves the goalkeepers made tonight. Lisic's nursing a knock, which is very concerning me. Lisic's ball. Firmino, Falvella, it's going to come back to Lisic. Can he whip one in this time with the left foot? Nope. Lisic with the throw. Takes it short for Veras. Back to Lisic. Can he find a good ball in this time? He doesn't. Firmino's hit the crossbar. Well, that looks like it's going to be it. Iglesias makes the final stop there. But it's a good result in our group overall because we've got the victory in the end. Really had to grind them down again, though. Thank God for that. But the fact that Bayern did get that 1-1 draw at home is massive for us. Because we're now 5 points clear at the top of our group. And that is huge because I think that really gives us a great chance at winning this. I don't know how their goalkeeper didn't win man of the match for them at least. He was amazing. And Poland as a whole already on to 6.2. We're actually outscoring Italy at the moment in terms of coefficient points and moving miles clear of both the Netherlands and Portugal. Having a really good year so far. Long may it continue. Because arguably the toughest games we've got in our group are to come. Away at Feyenoord and away at Bayern Munich. A pair of away games. We come through that with some decent points and we'll be in a really good shape to finish off at home against Copenhagen and hopefully smash them to bits. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, still unbeaten this year, which is a nice sign, drop a like on the video, that would be brilliant. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be glorious as well. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for the real work is yet to come. That's going to be the toughest part. We always throw it away at match day 4. Let's not let that happen this year, eh? I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.